Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and this video dedicated to the glory of being a wingman in Battlefield 2042, specifically an engineer backing up a vehicle player. Now there are many ways to showcase this and I've done quite a few on the channel already, but I really want to focus on the Ram because it's a vehicle which I tier 1 near exclusively by being wingman for my friends, so it's a good topic to use. So before we begin, let me just give you a little bit of Crawford gameplay I enjoyed just to say something up front. This is going to be my last Battlefield 2042 video, but please don't misread the vibe. I absolutely love this game, I'm going to continue to play it, and I want to go out on a high. If you're stumbling across this channel for the first time, please don't take what I'm saying here in any way as suggesting the game is dead. It's not. It's just as I mentioned in a channel update a few months ago, I feel I've said everything I've got to say, and if I've got nothing further to add, I'd rather not say anything at all. I also want to use a large part of this video to celebrate all of you guys, my friends, I've made along the way. It's been a blast. So let's start getting into it. Now, I'm very lucky and very privileged that I've had the opportunity to play with a lot of my heroes over the summer. Apologies for the slightly different formatting on this footage. I'm playing on a gaming laptop and I can't exactly carry around an ultra-wide 4K monitor with me as I travel. So I've greatly enjoyed playing with Crazy Knull's team. What you're seeing here is Asimon, Ziphius, Captain Mustachio, Beaky. We were absolutely harassing all of the aerial vehicles in exposure on this one.
Oh my god, double whammy. That was brilliant. Well done, man.
And it wouldn't be a party if I didn't get at least one opportunity to play with Marzipan Dan. More on that a bit later.
Yep, same here. Hit once.
He's gone. Thank you. Lovely.
Bloody hell, he got melted.
I'm not trying to carry favor. Dan is brilliant at this game. I was struggling to keep up.
Shot away.
One, two.
That's it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
But even better was getting Dan, Asimon, the Knull gang, and even my friends from Singapore all together in one room.
Oh my god, that's a
Seeing the gang come together like this, and I'm going to show you lots and lots of lovely clips, it was just so unbelievably fun to see what a squad can do.
Did I hop out and rocket him?
I'm gonna pop out. You can stay on.
Okay, no.
That's a hit.
That is brutal, man.
So quick.
It's so brutal.
I mean, not to blow our own trumpets here, but I don't think the lobbies knew what hit them that night. Anyway, let's get to the structure of the video. So in part 1, I really want to focus on this theme we just outlined, which is the power of the crew, and specifically the power of the engineer wingman. Absolutely unstoppable. As hopefully shown in this clip, a good wingman will move seamlessly between roles, spotting for the main gunner, popping out for additional firepower, and then getting back and providing support to stop any cheeky C5ers taking you out. Being a good wingman is actually a bit of an art. You've got to keep your eyes open for AT mines on the ground, keep your eyes open for hostile engineers and their projectiles, constantly change seats as appropriate to face down whatever's coming at you, and know when it's safe to pop out, take a shot, and also give repairs to friendly vehicles. So that's what part 1's all about. In part 2, I want to have a little bit of fun and share with you my unofficial rules for Battlefield. Such as, but not limited to, don't be a spawn camper. Have a bit of honor, guys. Don't kill people who have just spawned in, and equally don't sit in their sniping. Ramirez from Highlander said it best.
You are safe only on holy ground. None of us will violate that law. It's tradition.
Of course, if you break that code of honor, prepare to be dealt with.
Return to the engagement at once.
Holy ground, Highlander! Remember what Ramirez taught you.
If you haven't seen Highlander, you need to get on it. Amazing film. And to close out this video in part 3, I want to give special thanks to individuals who have really gone above and beyond to help me access Battlefield, because I was a newcomer. And in no particular order, let's start with Antisocial Elf, the man who opened up the world of flying to me. I was absolutely terrible and terrified to try before I met him. But he showed me infinite bloody patience, and with a lot of pain we eventually got there. I actually recorded the first conversation I ever had with him.
殘廢比你強，在你啊！廢物！我已經俾機會你睇下識咩武功，我睇到啦，你一啲都唔會。
So, with a lot of practice, a lot of crashes, and a lot of support, we've got to the point where we're nice and smooth now. Just check out this dive from above. I'm really proud of this. That was then followed up with a beautifully synchronized 3-way attack on a Wildcat camper. This was perfection.
Hostile armor spotted! Far away!
If you're watching, Elf, sincerely thank you for all of your help, and hopefully Senpai has noticed me. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, but even more than that, I really hope you've enjoyed the past 18, 19 months of Battlefield 2042 videos. I've done my best. And really, what more can anyone do? Let's get into it. Okay, so let's kick this off with a Ram crew versus another Ram and a tank. Let's see who comes out on top. Lovely AGM missile strike there, and then switching over to repairs. And remember, guys, always go on the back of the vehicle so the driver can move around freely while you repair them and you can get straight back in. We're out of bounds, so I decided to get out and go for it. A quick sprint to get back in bounds, link up with the Ram, and then we're off to C1 to defend a push that's happening over there. So a tour can be quite dangerous for a Ram, particularly in a confined space where there's less maneuverability, so I decided to get out, take advantage of the cover with these pillars, and see if I can take it out. That's 2 hits, 1 more should see it done. Perfect. Link up with the Ram and we're off to D1 to head off the next push, which is a tank coming in. Again, change seats off of anti-personnel to anti-vehicle.
Good stuff! Good fucking stuff!
Now, by all means, fire the grenade launcher at an enemy vehicle, but you won't do very much damage. It's better to get out.
Hostile neutralized!
So we actually did a lovely double team there, me and Sweet Tooth. That's 2 RPGs, and then the Ram very easily goes and sees off the map. No problem at all. So one thing I would just say here, I really recommend taking the RPG if you want to play this role, because it's got a lot more punch than the M5. It's also damn fast, and if you can get them in the weak spot, absolutely brutal. The key thing for any of you who have never played this type of role before is to be what your driver needs you to be. Repair when it's time to repair, flick to offense when it's time for offense.
Enemy armor spotted! Our fucking day!
Also remember that your priority is to save the vehicle. If you die, particularly if your squad mate's driving and you can just respawn, it actually doesn't matter all that much. Save the vehicle. Just enough repairs and just enough damage on the other guy to keep the dream alive. And also, if you do fail and you end up unable to protect the vehicle, you may not be able to save it, but at least you can avenge them.
Target destroyed!
Let's close out the round with just a couple more examples before we move on to a different vehicle.
Taking damage!
I love these, just a little curve over the rock to get the kill. Beautiful play. And don't forget, the Ram also has an AA missile on the 3rd seat. It's not just about the anti-tank missile. 2 hits to kill unless it's taking some damage up front.
Taking damage!
But moving on from the Ram, the Wingman is just as important, if not more important, in the slower armored personnel carriers of the Cav or the MAV, like you're seeing here. Watch this clash here with the Rocket Ram. It takes a while for the rocket pod to reload, so just save the APS till he commits. So I'm trying to keep my thick armor facing his nose to soak most of the damage until I see my opportunity. The Wingman repairing and a little cheeky Wingman shot from me, and we get the win. Here's another equally sweaty moment. Absolutely hammered from the back, so it's time to get my Wingman on and see if I can push the Ram away.
I'm reloading here!
Not gonna lie, that first shot was a bit of a punt there, but on this next one, because I play with headphones, I'm able to hear very clearly where the Ram is and just start to close it down.
Target destroyed!
So 2 points on this clip. 1, even if you're the driver, don't be afraid to give up the seat and go play Wingman if that's what's needed. And second, don't be afraid to strike out and do what you need to do to push an enemy vehicle away. And I'll let the camera roll here just to prove we did in fact take the objective and save the vehicle. Winner, winner. Here's another good example where driver turns Wingman. APS is up, I'm going to gamble, he's going to waste his next shot. There's my chance. Quick check, I can see the cab can take one more hit, so I'm going to push up and try and take him out. Bit of a help from a Leeds player somewhere, but yeah, Wingman played their part in defeating the tank and saving the cab. Anyway, if you've never played like this, I hope this gives you a little inspiration to give it a try. It's a fantastic way to play Battlefield, and it epitomizes everything I love about this game with the teamwork and cooperation. Never stop being the wingman, never stop being the team player, guys. Right, part 2. Let's go on to my unofficial rules of Battlefield, just for fun. And the first rule I'm going to open up with here is don't play with your food. The amount of times I've seen arrogant pilots come to a terrible end because they just didn't know when to quit. Just keep an eye on them, and if you see them coming close, you know what to do.
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。
近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでな。
ほうほう。では十分近づくがよい。
Instant karma, and I absolutely love it. Let's watch a few more.
Free vehicle marked. Hostile destroyed.
Moving off the map. Turn around.
Hey, got a helo. Stop. Good fucking stuff.
My next rule is always be stealing. Always have your eye open for the opportunity to hijack an enemy vehicle. In addition to being funny as hell, it also gives a massive advantage to your team, because if you didn't know this, the other team are unable to respawn the vehicle for the rest of the round until they blow it up. I've done a lot of stealing on this channel over the last 19 months, but it is definitely worth mentioning, and the gold standard is if you can steal a helicopter, by far the hardest to get. So we killed the pilot, we go recover the helicopter and turn it to our own nefarious purposes. Quick repair, and then we'll get into action. What's more fun than that? And also, whilst we're on the subject of stealing, always steal kills from your friend, particularly if they're Australian, it's hilarious.
Got one of them.
Oh, you stole my f***ing kill, you f***er.
Now, let's compare that to when a British person does a little bit of kill stealing.
Got him.
I stole your kill.
How awfully British of you. Right, next rule. Don't underestimate the blast radius of a satellite rocket launch. Surely lightning can't strike twice, right? Surely not. Okay, evidently it can. So, third time lucky, I decide to give a clear written warning when I see that the engines have started. Surely not 3 times in a row. There we go, third time lucky, I think we got away with it. But serious, lots of things explode in this game, so just keep your distance, okay? Right, next rule, and this is a serious one. Please, PTFO, especially at the start of the round if you've got a vehicle. Don't point hog for yourself. If you're fast moving and you can carry your players, move to at least the middle. I've done many videos on this. Drop off the players, don't stay for the points, move on, spread the team around. This is how you win. Every objective captured is 10 kills off the other team in a spawn point. Sectors captured apply a bleed to the opposition. Whether you're in the air with a hind like you're seeing there, or whether you're going to be spawning in a fast moving vehicle like a ram, you want to be absolutely sprinting to the farthest objective you realistically can on each map and grab it before the other side gets there. Doing anything less than that makes mathematics sad. Please don't make mathematics sad.
Why do so many people hate mathematics?
Very good question.
Show math a love. Right, this brings me to an actually very serious part of the video where I give my genuine thanks to people who have really helped me out over the last 18-19 months, and I have to start with Marzipan Dan. The combination of geography and family life on both of our sides means we don't get to play together nearly as much as I would like, at least for my part, but that once a year when we do is enormous fun, and I really appreciate it. So Dan's channel to me is the gold standard, the aspiration that I shoot for whenever I make content. Informative, making a point, not being unnecessarily negative, certainly not ripping on anyone, everything that I really value. It's all too easy in life, in Battlefield, to point out what's wrong. It's a lot harder to find the positive and promote it. And I really value people who choose to go that road. So thank you, Dan, even though this is where I get off from a Battlefield 2042 perspective. Really looking forward to what you've got next, and I'll be there cheering on in the comment section as always. Let's just enjoy a little bit more gameplay from the summer, and then we'll move on.
Stealth right in front of us.
Yep.
Watch for the helo. Distance 200 meters.
Lovely hits. Lovely hits. More lovely hits. Keep going.
Nice. Okay, well, the sky's already clean. Oh, I forgot one major thing.
See. I'll let you
For
lead.
the helo. 200 meters.
Hit twice.
There it's gone. Easy.
Target destroyed.
Ammo. Oh, here it is.
One hit.
Yep, same. APS up.
Crap.
APS
Got
still
him.
up.
He's gone.
Thanks for the games, buddy. Same time, same place next year. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Right, let's move to Singapore, back to the Asian servers and T4N Gaming, guys who I mentioned quite recently in the video of mine actually. I really only got to know you guys about 5 months ago, but since we started playing together, it's just become immeasurably more fun, more entertaining. So whilst we're very good as a team, and that's absolutely brilliant, fun fact for any of you who are still listening at this point, it didn't always start that way. T4N and I started by actually tearing chunks out of one another, particularly with me playing Lees and then being Heli Boys. But it was always good-natured, it was always polite, and it was always respectful, and on the back of that, we actually became quite good friends. And for me, that's the way a game should be, and I've never had something like that in any game outside of Battlefield before. Anyway, I thought I'd celebrate with a few clips of us killing one another. I hope you enjoy. I've tried to be balanced. But just when you thought our hero was beaten, enter Dragon Daddy Gaming, who we will get to in just a moment, and it's game on again. That's got a sting coming back from the dead like that, but T4N didn't leave it unanswered. Obviously, there's no way I'm gonna let that slide. Now I'll admit, when I see you guys in jets or in attack helis, I try to give you a little bit of a pass, but if you're gonna fly Nightbirds, nah, friend or not, no pass for Nightbirds.
Yes! Got their transport! 10 meters! Yeah, we got.
Thanks for being you guys. Next, as this is my swan song, I absolutely must mention UWS United We Stand. Now, again, I've done a video introducing these wonderful chaps, so I won't repeat ground I've already been over, other than to encourage you to go watch, check it out, and if you like what you see, go join in. They're always looking for players. Have a good time. Now, Do the Job is an exceptional RAM player, but what I'd just like to share here was the best kill I've ever seen playing Battlefield. I love this. I honestly think that's the worst I've seen anyone get killed in the game.
So many things happen to him at once.
Thanks guys and good luck with your future projects. Right, this brings us to Dragon Daddy Gaming.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Bit of a prankster this chap, and we've had many a good evening rocking around on the pawn talk shooting down T4N and other people. Barry's an absolute pleasure to play with, and if you see him, I really recommend you get involved and go check out his channel. He's another chap who brings huge positivity to the game, and I really respect him.
Go on.
Yeah, we got one!
Clipped.
That's it! Just help me!
So that's it. That brings us to the end of 18-19 months of making Battlefield 2042 videos. Everyone, I really hope you enjoyed them. But how do we wrap this thing up? Well, there's really only one way I can think of. Now, I'm sure it hasn't escaped the attention of many of you that I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the Nightbird. I hate them in that they leave me in a smoldering, burning wreck in any round where I encounter them. Here's a little artistic representation of what my average Battlefield match looks like when they're flying around up there. And it's absolutely no accident that their existence is what forced me to become such a good Lease player, at least relative to any of the specialists which I play as. And that is the reason why, in a slightly bizarre way, I've actually come to love them. Now, I have had some feedback from some of you over the last year and a half that maybe I went in a little bit too heavy with this criticism of the Nightbird, and that perhaps I was actually criticizing the players that were using the Nightbird. Well, that's not the case, guys. I was criticizing the unit and the fact that it exists. I've got no problem with anybody who picks one. They're legal and they're in the game. Billy Boots. So, as my final act for Battlefield 2042 video content, I would like to extend an olive branch to all of you Nightbird players, and for one time and one time only, I will join you as a Nightbird pilot in the skies. Regrettably, I shot this footage just before the nerfs came out, but this is how they've been for 99.9% of the time I've been playing, so, you know, I think it's fair. Everybody, again, thank you so very much for your support. I hope you'll stick with the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Sector Echo.
Enemy kilo on my mark!
A hostile just secured Sector Delta.
Marking hostile kilo! No way out!
Sector Alpha has been lost to hostiles. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Come on, you know I had to. Alright, bye-bye.